This might be a better screen to use. Is this good?
Yes, that is much better.
All right. Good morning, everyone. My name is Yvonne Zuckerman. I am the KeyPro EAP Senior Account Manager for the Employee Assistance Program through KeyPro. The contract, of course, is master contract is with the state of Georgia, and I'm happy to be here today. My background is with the EAP services. I came up through pretty much the ranks and have enjoyed a lot of different opportunities and positions, but by far my favorite is being able to provide agencies and other accounts in our book of business with details on the EAP services. I am more of the management side and not the clinical side, but all of that information is available when and if you need it. So just some housekeeping. I'll go through the slides. If you have any questions, just let me know, and feel free to interrupt me if you need to. Okay. Thank you and welcome, and we'll start. So the Employee Assistance Program, the number one question I think people ask is it really confidential? And it is. The only information that we send to human resources are numbers, the number of calls we get, the reason for those calls, but names are never given. The sources are there for any stage of your life, whatever your lifestyle may be. You want to have a good work environment. You want to you need some attorney or financial information. There used to be a saying years ago, life happens, call your EAP. So this information is there for you when you need it 24/7. And the call center, if you will, you have a 1-800 number for that. The 833-276-0988 is that number. As I said, is available. You have up to 8 face-to-face counseling appointments. Originally, the EAP was for mental health counseling, but there are lots of other opportunities that the EAP can assist with. Urgent appointments are available when needed. We also have a management consultation program, lots of resources for child, adult, elder care. And as I said about the legal consultation, and they are available during urgent, when there are urgent concerns, I should say. And then of course, there's the EAP HelpLink website that you log into from your home or from work, and that is a customized site that you put in your code of Georgia, and it will take you to the site, and the availability of the resources are there for you. Who is eligible for the services? What are the costs? There are no costs to you as the employee or your dependents or eligible household members. There's no out-of-pocket cost whatsoever. The EAP is meant to help you perform at your optimal level at work. We help you by providing the counseling services, legal, financial, childcare, elder services, and promoting to you resources within your community that can help you do this. But again, there are no out-of-pocket expenses. Dependents and household members, everyone asks also, who are those people? Well, they're not your uncle who's visiting you for a week, okay? Or someone who's decided they need to crash on your couch because COVID is too much for them, whatever the case may be. But these are truly dependents in your household. Any questions? I'll take that as a no. Okay, moving on. And who are you going to be talking to when you call? I'm sorry, was someone asking a question? When you call the EAP, your call is answered by a master's level clinician, someone who has been doing the job or has the experience for at least 3 to 5 years, and they're credentialed in the state to practice. So you're calling into the call center, the toll-free number, and you're receiving a live person there to discuss with you what your concerns are and why you're calling the EAP. They will do initially a kind of an intake with you to make certain that you're not of harm to yourself or to others, that there's no situation of abuse, that type of thing. They'll do a kind of a triage, and then you tell them about what's going on. Maybe you have 1 or 2 things that you need to talk to them about, and they will help you receive that information for, you need a counselor, you need a professional, finance person or an attorney. They are here to help you. The other thing to keep in mind with the EAP services is this is a short-term assessment, problem-focused counseling, and as I said, a referral to a number of different areas in your life. So this slide is showing you that, a lot of times the areas of your life interact with one another. You might have problems with relationships, so you're depressed, or your parents are getting older and you need to deal with them, and you might need to manage their care and transition into your home. Different ideas, the drug and alcohol, affected by grief and depression that may come up in your life. So that's the purpose of the EAP. It is not a long-term counseling program. It is considered a short-term counseling program. And here are some ideas of when you might want to contact a professional counselor and call the EAP. I won't read through these, but if you notice these kinds of things of your work performance isn't what you want it to be or what it was 6 months ago, disrupted sleep. I think we all have a little bit of a few of these issues with COVID-19, but they're here to help. And these are just a few of the ideas involved in why you would call the EAP. So besides the counseling, we've talked about the work, life, and convenience services, which is kind of a concierge for the EAP or for you. You're looking for home repair, you're looking to plan an event, you're going on vacation, say you're going to Utah and you need to have some elder care services in the area. And you call the EAP, and the EAP will point you in the direction of what services are available in that area. This is a national program, so these are things that happen, just the issues of life come up. You need Medicare, Medicaid information, just a number of what we're looking at to provide to you. And these are what I was talking about earlier, some examples of the child and adult and elder care, where you need information about summer camps or sick day care or special needs children, some activities for those children that you may not be certain of the resources. You can call the EAP and we will get you in touch with someone who can provide that information to you. And the way it's provided is normally by email or over the phone. Whoops, excuse me, I skipped a few. So that daily living and convenience services, as I was talking about, just to get you to think about, well, what can they do in entertainment? You know, maybe there's some nightlife recommendations. You're going into a new town, you're new to the area, you're visiting, you know, some currency information on when you're traveling, maybe out of the country. All of that is available for you through the EAP. Any questions?
I just had a question about some of these services, because I think when we think of EAP, we think about the counseling and we think about the legal advice, but these kind of daily living things,
Yes.
I think we're not nearly as familiar with.
Mm-hmm.
And so what I guess I really don't even know enough to ask the question, other than if I was, is this like if I'm looking for a fitness club in my town?
Yes.
They could refer me to one. Are there any possible discounts or, you know, incentives, anything like that?
Well, through the general phone call into the EAP and us doing our due diligence to get you in touch with someone who can provide the information to you, there is not a particular discount unless you're looking. And that's one of your questions. I'm looking for someone in these 4 or 5 zip codes that offer discounts on fitness clubs. And yes, they would be able to give you that information. Within the website, which we'll be talking about a little later, there are discounts. There's an actual platform you can go on to through the website that will sign you up for this separate website, and you would be eligible for discounts. You can search for movie tickets, you know, entertainment, you know, theme parks, that type of thing. Does that answer your question?
Yes, it does. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Anyone else? Okay, we'll move on. Legal consultation. The whole idea behind, I think, the EAP is to keep you more proficient at your job. And so many of us have to make a phone call during work to find out this information. The EAP will help you with that. Instead of making the phone call to 4 different places, let the EAP do its work for you. Help on a consumer complaint that you have, or your rental agreement seems to be a little flaky. You know, you want someone to help you with this. So you're calling the EAP and you're getting legal advice from a professional, either attorney or a legal assistant, and you will receive 30 minutes of free consultation with that local attorney. If you decide to retain the attorney, you would receive a 25% reduction in fee. And here are some areas that we're looking at and that we see people call the EAP about. Especially in these times that we're living in right now, we're seeing different, not so much the usual, but separation and divorce is high, which is very sad. And then there are the idea of estate planning, older relatives, you know, wills and estates are also a very highly used reason for calling the EAP for legal services. In the financial consultation referrals, the same thing is true. You're receiving financial consultation. It's a 30-minute consultation with a financial professional. And here are some of the common issues: family budgeting, financial planning, credit resources, taxes, as they're popular right now, as that's everyone's filling out their taxes. Thank you for the extension. And moving on, there are some limitations, and the limitations really have to deal with your health in general. When we go back to the EAP face-to-face sessions, I mentioned about the being of harm to yourself or others, any situation of adult or child or elder or child abuse. There are other limitations to the legal and financial services as well. If it's a court-related assessment, we're not going to address that. Any psychological testing or evaluations, that is not in our wheelhouse. Some learning disability and developmental disorders are not EAP, a service that the EAP can help with. And also from that legal side, again, any legal issues related to your employer. Financial investments, of course, I'm sure you've seen this before, that they're not giving you specific investment strategies or advice on what you should buy or not buy. And this is a wealth of information here. The EAP help link, what we call it, the website, it's www.eaphelplink.com. And this is where we house the monthly webinars that you receive either through your agency or on your intranet. I'm not certain how they're promoted to you at this time. There are research articles, there are self-assessments, and there are classes, online training classes that you can take yourself on your own time at your own convenience. There's audio and video. You can listen to those webinars that I was telling you about that happen monthly after they happen. They're recorded and posted on the site. And then there's this Consumer Savings Center, and that's what I was talking about earlier. It is on the homepage of the site, and it is in the bar called the Savings Center, and it will ask you to register. Once you're registered with your email address, you'll receive information about discounts. One that I know personally, a friend bought a laptop at a discounted price. I'm not certain how much a discounted price it was, but there are discounts at this area of the website. And I'm not certain if you can see it, but there are tabs that will get you to the areas you need to go to. You're looking for something specific to childcare. So there is a childcare tab. It's very user-friendly. This is just a screenshot, but it's a moving type of website. And it's a secure website as well. And this is when you get to the HelpLink website, and here is the address. You need to put in your company code, and that code is Georgia. Once you submit that, click on submit, it takes you to that home page. The organizational support services are more for management and supervisors. The unlimited management consultations are available by phone. We have a senior staff of workplace specialists that are available 24/7 to address issues. Usually they are dealt with the second bullet point here, where it's absenteeism or declining work performance, workplace safety, obvious mental health concerns, any workplace conflicts, employees aren't getting along or they need some team building, that type of thing. And then there's also the referral process. The referral might just be, a manager's asking an employee, you might want to consider calling EAP. Seem like you could use some help. Or, it could be something as serious as a formal or mandatory referral. That usually is a much more serious referral, and at times managers will use that, and the whole outcome is to help the employee get back on track. Again, this is all confidential. We are governed by HIPAA government regulations, so we are not allowed to disclose any information without a release of information by the employee, which really normally only occurs in the mandatory referral process. So in summary, this is your EAP. Your toll-free number is here. Up to 8 face-to-face counseling sessions per issue. It's a very robust service, and the legal and financial consultations, the child and elder care, convenience services that I spoke about, the concierge, crisis and management consultation calls, and the referral to community resources and providers. And once again, I'd just like to see if there are any questions from the group. You're awfully quiet.
I just want to say this is amazing. I think there's a lot of things that we don't realize that y'all do. Like I said, everybody just looks at the counseling. And I just wish more people had been here to see all this, but hopefully we can send some of this information on. But thank you. This is a wealth of information. Thank you so much.
You're quite welcome. And there is a summary of services flyer that, I have provided to the agency, but if anyone wants that, they should contact their HR manager, or I'm not certain who else they would contact, or if it's on your intranet, but it should be loaded. And if you need it from an individual standpoint, you can also reach out to me. Again, my name's Yvonne Zuckerman. I'm your account manager. Generally, I deal with the HR people, but I want to make certain that you have the information. It's been my pleasure to present to you today. I hope you have a great day and you stay well.
Thank you so much, Ms. Zuckerman. And also, we recorded it. I recorded it, so it will be uploaded to our YouTube channel, so anybody can view it that was not able to join us today.
Oh, okay. So I'm a YouTube star now. Thank you.
Yep, you're a YouTube star now.
All right. Well, thank you again.
Thanks, everybody.
All right. Take care now.
Take
Thank
care.
you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thanks. Have a great day.